right, now tonight we are getting into a topic that is close to my heart and close to a lot of our listeners who are bloggers, who are online, who are doing radio shows online, who are doing lots of different entrepreneurial things. And we are going to hear from an expert tonight, Zac Johnson, who will let us know, A, what we're doing wrong, and B, how to correct that. And the topic tonight is stop playing and start making money with your blog. Because sometimes we're just out here, we just, oh, I like doing this, I like making a blog, I just want to write down my life, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, the next girl over is like, cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. She's on Oprah,
Right.
she's making a whole bunch of money, she's got a movie out. We're like, what the fuck? What just happened? You know. But anyway, Zac Johnson, who's an entrepreneur and six-figure blogger, at the age of only 15, Zac Johnson, so he's way ahead of us, began making money online designing website banners for only $1. He is self-taught, and he has been making money online for the last 20 years. And he has been involved in every facet of affiliate and online marketing, which is huge, people. We got to understand marketing. One of Zac's many successes includes his story of how I made $860,000 plus profit in only 4 months. So everybody, please welcome on Zac Johnson to the Crystal Show. Hello, Zac.
Hey, Crystal. Thank you so much for having me. Hey, Dre, what's going on?
Well,
What's
we're
up,
so happy to have you here. We need help. There's like There's a million and one bloggers out there. Everybody's blogging about their life. They're talking about it. They're doing whatever. And only a few people are actually making money and that we, know about. So first of all, tell us your story. Tell us how you got involved in online marketing and blogging and things like that.
Yeah, sure thing. So as you mentioned, it's kind of been 20 years in the making. Back when I was in high school, I started doing internet marketing, and it was more about affiliate marketing, which is the basis of getting paid a commission for referring a new customer or a lead to another website. And in my case, I was an affiliate with Amazon.com, and I created a celebrity-based website that ranked really well in the search engines. So whenever someone came to my website, they would click on any of the movies of their favorite celebrity. That would send them over to Amazon.com, and if somebody made a purchase from Amazon, I would then get a commission from that. So the cool thing about the whole process is that I really only need to market stuff that I create online. I never have to deal with any customers, process any orders, hold any inventories. I basically just have to make sure that my advertising costs are lower than the amount that I'm actually getting paid in revenue, and the middle is the profit. So I was doing that for several years, and in 2007, I decided to launch my own blog at zacjohnson.com so I could teach other people how to do the same. And since then, it's pretty much been my focus to stay in the world of blogging while building my own personal brand and running my business behind the scenes as well.
Now when we think of blogging, okay, I remember affiliate sites. I used to do that back in the day, and then all of a sudden it kind of changed and switched on us. So it became a little more, I guess, more intricate, more confusing for people because you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got all these social media things that you have to pay for as far as marketing. Then you have your affiliates. I see ad source everywhere. Every time I click on something, then all of a sudden it follows me everywhere I go. How do you get through all of the confusing stuff that's out now as far as affiliate / trying to make money advertising on your blog?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, there's definitely a lot of stuff out there that can distract you and confuse you along the way. And the best way to really stick with something is to find out what's going to work best and really stick with that until you can figure it out and make it profitable. Because the last thing you want to do is spread yourself thin and keep trying to do Facebook advertising and then blogging and mobile advertising at the same time. So you want to stick with something so you can really be the master of that and not end up being the jack of all trades, which really ends up not being a successful business over time. So when it comes to blogging, you want to focus on having a niche market that you can eventually be the authority in. And that could be really anything. But before you start a blog, you want to make sure it's something that you can actually build a business around in the process. So what most people do is they're like, okay, I got a cool idea for a blog. They throw it together. They start writing content, 2-3 months down the road, they have a lot of content, but still nobody's reading the website. And that's because there's really no value in that website. And there's over 300 million other blogs on the internet. So if you're not really providing value in comparison to the other 300 million blogs on the internet, then why should anyone read your site in the first place?
Right. So where does the person start? When they sit down, it's like writing a book. When you sit down, you got this blank sheet of paper in front of you, and now you have a blank, website in front of you. It's like, where would you actually begin? Do you begin with yourself, or do you begin with something you're trying to sell? How do you start?
Yeah, so this would come down to what your main goal is for the blog. And if it was a personal blog, you can go any direction you want with this. But if you wanted to make money with it, then I'd like to walk people through a process of finding a niche topic and then actually breaking it down to see if it's monetizable. So let's take sports, for example. If you go to ESPN.com and you look at their website, you're going to see that there's only banner advertisements on there, and they're not really selling anything because nobody's going to their site to try and buy tickets or sports memorabilia. They only want sports scores, rumors, and highlights, and so on. So if you're going to create a sports blog, you're pretty much starting off in the wrong direction because you're not going to make money with it. So what you have to do now is niche down. So you can go from sports to, let's say, basketball. But with basketball, you're still in the same boat, so you got to niche down one more time. And let's say you actually like to play basketball and you want to focus on skills training. So you can niche that down one more time and go to jump training. So now anybody who's focused on jump training and actually searches for jump training online, there's a good chance they want to learn how to jump higher, and they'll invest their money in shoes or a training course. So you found that there's a lot of advertisers in this niche and ways to make money. So what you would do is create a site that's focused strictly on jump training and not going off into different directions. So from there, what you want to do is really become the authority in that space, and you can create content based on showing people how to jump higher that would rank in the search results, and you can look at the competition and see what other sites are out there and try and build better content. But the thing here is that you want to become the best resource for people to how to jump higher. And what you can actually do is provide them with all these free resources. And then within this content, you can say, this is the best guide out there. And you can recommend a jump program that actually has an affiliate program. And if anybody purchases that, you would then earn a commission from that. So the business model there is to become as niche as possible with a monetization method as well.
All right, so you've made your great site. You've targeted what you are actually about. The big thing and what I would ask you to explain, and I keep hearing this and I'm not getting it, and it's SEO. What the hell is that? And how do I optimize a site? And it's just, that is another confusing part. I got my great site. It's great. It's beautiful. I'm updating it and everything's great, but of course, no one's visiting because no one can find it. And now, how do you do that? Well, I mean, do you need to hire someone to help you with that?
So SEO is search engine optimization, and that's the process of ranking in the search results, such as Google, organically, so you're not paying any money. So there's two ways to get people to your website. You can actually go through Google AdWords and actually pay on a per-click basis, and your site will appear every time someone searches for a keyword that you might want to advertise for. And that, of course, will cost you a lot of money over time. And then you can create a high-quality content website and hopefully rank for those terms organically. If you go for very generic words, it's going to be very hard for you to rank against the very high authority sites that are already out there. But the good thing with a blog is that most blogs are powered off WordPress, and they're already really search engine optimized with content. So you can use plugins to make sure your headlines work well. You want to build internal links to your other pages, and you can really talk about SEO all day, but the main factors it comes down to is the content that's on your site and the links that are coming back to your site. And when you get links coming back to your site, you want to make sure that they're relevant within the same industry and niche, because a lot of people will go on Fiverr or whatever and see that they can get 10,000 links back to their site for $5, but that's really going to destroy your website and get it thrown out of Google. What you need to do is slowly build high-quality links back to your site. So if you have a sports website, but then like a craft website links back to you, that's really not going to be a lot of value in the eyes of Google, so it's not going to rank you that high in the search results. But if you had another basketball video training website linking back to yours, it would help you rank that much higher.
Okay, now you said something very interesting and something I keep hearing a lot about, and I've even thought about myself, which is purchasing hits, like on Twitter, on different social media sites, and more sites are offering this kind of service. So are you saying that this is not a good idea for people to do?
Yeah, almost 99% of the stuff you see out there, that's pretty much, if it seems too good to be true, then it is, because most stuff on Fiverr is really people using automated software or outside of the country that are just promising clicks, and then they really just click a button on their computer and it just sends computer software to all these different IPs throughout the world and go to your website, and it's all really robots. They're not even coming back to your website. And the same thing happens with social media, where you can buy 10,000 Twitter followers, but all those accounts are actually fake. And there's lots of sites online where you can plug in your Twitter account and it'll show you the percentage of how many users are fake that are actually following you. So there's a ton of money being out there that's just strictly from taking advantage of people who don't know better. And they're actually hurting their website and business in the process, because if the site gets too many links to it, Google sees that and it can penalize it. And then it can actually cost thousands of dollars to try and remove those links to get back to where you were.
Wow. Now, see, we didn't know that. I didn't know that. I would think that, because what they say usually on those sites is, you know, you get amazing hits, and you get, like, let's say, for instance, Twitter. You are going to add, 12,000 Twitter followers, AKA, to your site. So it kind of gives you, when someone comes to your Twitter site, they say, oh, okay, you are obviously someone who is popular, so therefore you must have credibility online. So what you're saying is that Google or some of those kind of places will actually penalize you, and that it won't really generate those organic type of people to go, okay, well, let me follow her because she has, like, 1 million people following her.
Yeah, definitely. It's almost a two-edged sword, because on Twitter, you don't really see the analytical side behind it, but if you see somebody with 100,000 followers, you would instantly think, oh, wow, that might be worth investing in. And a good way to actually test this is if you do see something on Fiverr and you just want to see if it's really garbage or not, is you can take an affiliate type of offer that would be like dead simple, that would pay you like maybe $1.50 to have an email submit to sweepstakes. You could promote that offer and have it sent out to 100,000 people. And if you're seeing 100,000 clicks or whatever hit that page and not a single sign-up, that will definitely tell you it's completely garbage, dead traffic.
Okay. So it doesn't help you at all.
No, I would stay away from anything that seems too good to be true.
All right. Well then, okay. Well then, for you, how did you, over time, build your following, and what are some of the good tips that you could say that, what do we need to be doing in order to, we started our blog, we've gotten out there, we've, we've generated a few followers, maybe 6 or 7, and and for you, what did you do in order to get where you are today, as far as making such a profit in blogging?
Yeah, you need to eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff. And what most people do is they start a blog and they just think, oh, I started a blog, I'm going to go tell my friends. But if you want to make a blog with this and make a business out of it, you have to actually treat it like a business. No one's going to create a business in the offline world, invest thousands of dollars in a retail location, get employees, and so on, and expect to make $1 million the next week. And that's what so many people are doing in the world of blogging and online marketing, because they see people that have found success and they're like, okay, I'm going to start a site and make a ton of money. But now there's so much competition out there. If you don't have a realistic business model and content and reasoning behind what you're creating, you're pretty much just going to waste your time. So back in 1995, I started making money online, and I was doing this while I was in high school, and I started speaking at different conferences around 2000, and then in 2007, I started my blog. So I had a small following at that point, and so what I did was started creating content on my site to help other people make money online. And through that free information that I created, resulted in over $5 million in revenue from people generating that type of money and leads through my site, because I simply created guides to help them learn how to do it. So people started sharing that. And a great way to actually get started within any industry is to become an expert in your space by interviewing other people as well. And just like I'm being interviewed on this show, I'm being sent out to your audience, but at the same time after it, I'm going to send out a link to my 50,000 social followers so that they can listen to it as well. So you're going to be gaining the experience of my audience just like I'm reaching your audience. So it's a win-win situation where you can interview people in your industry and associate your likeliness with the authority that they already have.
Wow. Yeah, so basically, people, you need to think of it like a business. If you want to make money, you have to think of it like a business. You have to start a budget of some kind, a marketing budget or some sort of strategy. And don't think of it just as like in the beginning where people are just, if you just want to write, I guess you just want to put out your emotions and thoughts and you don't care if you make money, then that's great, But if you really want to do this as a real business, which a lot of people are trying to do these days, they're trying to quit their job and actually make money blogging because so many people have been doing this or, we read about this. So we're like, oh, how can I do this? But you have to think of it like a job, like a business.
Yeah, and Perez Hilton is a great example of this because he created his site completely for free. It was on Blogspot or one of the free blogging hosts, and now he's built himself to some big celebrity, and he can charge over $40,000 a month just for placing banner ads on his site. And the same exact thing happened with TechCrunch, and that's a multi-million-dollar company these days. So it does happen where you create nothing and it turns into some huge thing, but the numbers game is against you, so don't think it's simple. And this is strictly people working nonstop trying to get to where they are. So every second that you're sleeping, there's 10,000 other people working hard trying to pass you.
So no sleeping. You can sleep when you're dead.
That's right.
There's no sleeping and blogging whatsoever.
There's no sleeping and making money. Okay. All right. We have a caller on the line. Sharia, hi. How are you doing? Do you have a question for our guest, Zac Johnson?
Is she eating
Sharia.
again? When I went to call to find out who it was, I was eating. It was leave me alone.
We just put your business out there. Sorry. Except you give her coming on the Crystal Show. How are you?
Yeah, so you called me out, Dre. I'm good. How are you guys?
Great.
We're good. I have a question. I know I see the little things like on my Facebook page about, boost or get more, something about get more, I guess, likes or whatever. Is that really real or is it just like a ploy?
Yeah,
I think on some people's pages, I'm sorry, on some people's pages I saw their numbers going down, so I didn't know if that was like a longevity type thing or is it as long as you keep paying?
Okay, so I'll answer this one. Facebook basically, they're doing everything they can to try and monetize their system. And a lot of people get angry because page reach doesn't reach everyone who's actually a fan of a page. So one of the options you have is to actually buy fans for your page, which is actually done internally through Facebook where you pay to get other people to see your stuff, but the incentive there is to try and get them to like your page by clicking that like button. And this can be done on a CPC basis, which is cost per click. And this actually used to be very cheap, and I accumulated hundreds of thousands of fans for multiple sites of mine at only 1 cent to 2 cents per click. But now because of the different changes on Facebook, it's actually become more expensive. And the problem is once you do start advertising on Facebook and you're getting people to like your page, not only do you have to pay to get them to be a fan of your page, you then have to pay again to get that actual content from your page shown to that audience again, because they will only show the content that you update your page with to roughly 6 to 10% of the people that are actually fans of your page. So while you do want to get people to become a fan of your page, the best way to do that is by placing a link on your site to get people to click that link, because that won't cost you any money, and those will actually be people that are really interested in it. And outside of Facebook, you would really want to get them on your mailing list instead, because you can contact them directly and not have to pay anything for that time and time again.
Good, gotcha.
You know what? And I am one of those. I have a very, very small marketing budget, okay? And I do the Facebook thing. I haven't done Twitter as far as purchasing Twitter, but I have thought about, purchasing likes and purchasing, friends or whatever, on Twitter or whatever, followers. So, you get hooked into that because you think, I mean, that's how they're making money. And yeah, Facebook, you think Facebook, especially the way it started, and this is what kind of throws me from Facebook, is the way it started out kind of just as, everybody come and join and just, be friends or whatever. And then they started saying, well, hey, we can make some money. But the thing about it is that Facebook is already making money. It's making money off of the major advertisers who are trying to get you to their product. But now they're like wanting to take money from the smaller businesses who are just trying to have a Facebook page so people can go there or whatever. Because if you don't have a Facebook page, then who the hell are you? So it's like, then, for the smaller business, what do you do? What other kind of avenues are there out there? But I like the fact that you just said, and I want everybody to remember that you said, try to get people to just join your newsletter and mailing list.
Yeah, definitely. And one of the best ways to get people to join your mailing list is to give something away. So let's say somebody came to your website and they listened to your show, but you want to get them on your mailing list. So you let your whole interview out there for free, but then let's say you do an extra 5 minutes after the show that's not available to everybody. You could say, okay, join my mailing list, and I'll send you the 5 minutes of the awesome interview with Zac where he told us exactly how to rank at the top of the search results for free within 24 hours. All you have to do is put your email address into here, join my newsletter, and I'll send that to you right afterwards. So imagine how many more people are going to sign up for that versus just seeing a form that says join my newsletter.
Right.
See, I'm strategic.
What did you say, Dre?
No, it just so happens I'm missing money. I'm looking at my wallet. I'm missing like 500.
We're missing a lot of money.
I'm missing money. Yeah, I'm missing a lot. I'm literally missing like $500 in my wallet. So that was just like really funny how you mentioned that. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
Okay. You need to call the police? I don't know.
I may have to, because I mean that's $500 that I could be using for something else. I'm just saying. So anyway, go ahead. Please continue.
Okay. Well, first of all, Zac, let us know, first of all, where we can find you and what is out there that people can find on your website. I've been to your website, and it's amazing. It's like chock full of information for people, so you have to go there if you want to learn more. So tell us about what do you have going on right now that people can sign up for or attend?
Yeah, so I have ZacJohnson.com, which is my main site where you can learn all about me and so on. And I have blogging.org, which walks people through the absolute simple process of starting their blog if they don't have one already. And there's also actually a whole members community that I have at blogging.org, which gets people in contact with me, and I help them scale their blog into a viable business. And I also have bloggingtips.com, which has over 5,000 different articles and covers pretty much every aspect of blogging that you can possibly think of. And if anybody wants to get in touch with me, all they have to do is Google Zac Johnson or go to ZacJohnson.com, because I pretty much own the whole first page of Google for my name, so it's easy to get in touch with me.
And what's the other one? So we got ZacJohnson.com. You said blogging.org?
Yeah, blogging.org and bloggingtips.com.
Wow.
Okay.
Cool. Now, there is a good website, blogging.org, period.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right. Well, thank you so much, Zac, for coming on and giving us information about what to do. As you can see, guys, it's very intricate. It is not just about sitting down in front of a computer and writing out, sitting down in front of a computer and writing your daily journal. It's a little more involved than that. So thank you, Zac, for giving us more insight on that.
Yeah, definitely. It's been awesome to be here. Thanks so much. And Dre, tell your son he's in high school, and that's when I get started, so you got to make big things happen.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate the love, brother. So I may even have him start writing a blog himself, just kind of get him, because I need a house.
You have a blog. See? You don't even advertise yourself.
No. Okay, well, my blog, myzenmypeace.wordpress.com, is mine, but I want one for him, too. So if he's going to be 14 next. Well, he's 14 now, but he's going to high school. So I want him to blog, you know, all kinds of stuff. I mean, he's got his art and stuff that he draws and everything, so I want to put him out there and kind of, you know, get his name. Because, like I said, I need a house, man. I want a Porsche. I need that extender. I need that 14-foot extender, you know, just saying.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Zac. We appreciate you coming on to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.